With record numbers lodging passport applications after putting off renewals during the pandemic, delays at the passport office are threatening to derail holidays for many. In this video, I've rounded up your travel and compensation rights if your plans have been disrupted. The very latest figures show that more than 35,000 people have been waiting over 10 weeks for their new passports to arrive. That's according to a Home Office request for data by the Shadow Home Secretary, Yvette Cooper. Those figures are for the first 3 months of the year, but the problem is ongoing. Passport renewals or applications typically take 3 weeks, though it can be longer in the lead up to summer. But currently, the Passport Office advises you to allow up to 10 weeks. And while the Passport Office said the vast majority of applications are dealt with well within this time frame, it was suggested in Parliament earlier this month that tens of thousands of hopeful travellers were waiting longer than this. Please note that if you can't go on your trip because you don't have a valid passport, you are not entitled to a refund from travel providers, as they are still offering the service you booked. Airlines and hotels don't have to give refunds in these circumstances. The exception is if you were promised the right to cancel and get a refund while booking. For example, if you booked a fully flexible flight or a cancelable hotel booking. Depending on when you booked, you may be covered by the firm's pandemic-related flexibility policy. For this, check your travel provider's website and your original booking confirmation. But even if your booking wasn't flexible, it's still worth contacting your holiday provider to explain the situation to see if it can help. It's possible that some travel firms, airlines or hotels may let you move your trip or offer vouchers to show forbearance, even though they're not obliged to. If you find yourself in this position, it's best to take whatever the firm offers, whether it's a change of dates, voucher or credit note, as it's better than what you're entitled to legally, which is nothing. It's also extremely unlikely you'll be able to claim on your travel insurance if you're not able to go on your trip and have to cancel because your new passport has not arrived. Having checked the policies of 10 providers, including big names such as Aviva, AXA, Direct Line and LV, I've found that all of them exclude claims for cancellations where you can't travel because you don't have a passport. The trade body, the Association of British Insurers, has said that travel insurance policies may provide cover if you lose your passport abroad, but often won't cover cancellations where you don't have the necessary travel documents. However, even if your policy says you're not covered or you're not sure, it's always worth calling your insurer to explain the situation and double check whether you can claim, just in case. The standard passport application and renewal service does not have a guaranteed turnaround time, so you are not due a refund or compensation if it takes longer than the current 10 weeks. However, if you paid extra to use the 1-week fast track service or the 1-day premium service and your application was delayed due to an error by the passport office, resulting in you missing your trip, you may be able to claim compensation. The passport office's official guidance states, a straightforward and non-questionable compensation claim is one where it is clear we made an error which has caused the customer extra expense or have damaged or lost a customer's document and we must replace it. And that a straightforward, non-questionable guaranteed service level fail is one where we clearly failed the service level due to an error, omission or unnecessary delay. It is important to note that compensation is not payable where the delay was because additional checks had to be made or where the delay was caused by a third party. For example, where the passport office contacted a counter-signatory and they delayed replying. If you believe you have a valid claim, you can write to the passport office following the instructions in its complaints procedure. I'll put the direct link for that in the description box below for you as well. If none of the aforementioned routes work for you and you're due to travel imminently, sadly your options are very limited. But here's what you can try. Calling the passport advice line on 0300 222 000, but do be aware that it is swamped right now, because the passport office has said that it will prioritise your application if you've been waiting for more than 10 weeks and you're due to travel in the next fortnight. You do not have to pay more for this to be prioritised. The passport office may also expedite your application if you need to travel due to compassionate or compelling circumstances. Although reports from MPs in Parliament have suggested that it's currently very difficult to get through on the phone, so you may need to be patient. And if you urgently need to travel, for example to attend a funeral, contact your MP. In genuine emergencies, they may be able to escalate your case via a dedicated hotline for MPs. These delays are being caused by record numbers applying for their passports. More than 5 million people put off applying for passports during the COVID-19 pandemic due to restrictions to international travel, according to the Passport Office. However, it now anticipates that 9.5 million passport applications will be made this year. Plus, under new rules since Brexit, your passport needs to meet 2 requirements for travel to the EU, excluding Ireland. It must have at least 3 months left on it after the day you plan to leave that EU country, and it must be less than 10 years old on the day you enter. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a like and consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. Why not share this video with someone else you may think may benefit from it? And if you have any questions or comments, please do leave them for me below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Many thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.